Hi everyone, this is Rosie and welcome to my studio where we can explore creativity together. Today I'd like to do a very short video for you to show you how you can easily mark your We Are Memory Keepers tab punch board for finding the center of the tabs. Before we start, let's just review very quickly that the punch board has 3 tab settings. So this line right here is for creating a large tab. This one right here is for creating a medium-sized tab, and this one right here is for creating a small-sized tab. Okay, so to get started, we're going to mark for a large tab first. So you're going to take a piece of paper. This is just a simple piece of copy paper, and it doesn't need to be very big, just bigger than the size of the tab. And you're going to put it in, and you're just going to punch. And then we're going to turn it over, and we're going to line this edge up with the marking for the large tab on the board. So we just line it up and then we punch again. To find the center of the tab, all you simply need to do is fold this over. It's as simple as that. There's no measuring here. Score it down a little bit, and then we're going to open it up. And where the crease is, that's the center of your tab. So we're going to put the paper back in now. We're going to line it up just like we did when we were about to punch it for the large tab. And you're going to take some kind of a marker, I'm using a micron pen here, and I'm going to put a line on the board right where that crease is. So you can see right there how I marked it. I just put the mark on the board right where the crease is. That is the center of my tab. So now, just to prove that I've marked it correctly, I can take another piece of paper and I can just put a line anywhere I want on it, and I'm just going to pretend that the mark I just made is the center for a tab that I'm going to do on a real divider or whatever I'm making. And I line that up with the mark that I just made on the board. So you can see it's right there. And then I punch, and then I turn it over, and since this was a large tab, I'm lining up with the large tab marking again. And you can see that my tab is perfectly centered. So now that we have that one done, let's try the medium tab. So again, I'm going to take another piece of paper, and I've marked it medium so that I remember that that's for the medium tab. And I just place it in anywhere, and I punch. Then I turn it over, and now this is the marking for the medium-sized tab, so I'm going to line up with the marking for the medium-sized tab. And then I punch again. And then I just simply fold it in half to find the center marking. Score it down a little bit so I get a nice crease. Open it up, and I place it back in the board with the medium tab marking, and where the crease is, I just mark another line on the board. So now you can see where the marking is for the medium tab. Okay? Now to mark the small tab, I do the same thing. Take another piece of paper that I've marked small. I put it in here. I punch. I turn it over. And now here's the marking for the small tab. I'm just going to line up with that. I'm going to punch. And then I fold it in half. It's very, very easy to fold it perfectly in half. I score it, and now I put it back in, and I line it up with the small tab marking. And on this one here, I'm not even going to mark it, because what you're going to see is the crease in the paper is exactly at the edge of this blue punch. So you can just remember that the center mark for the small tab is right on the edge of the blue punch. And that's it. It's as simple as that. This is a no math method of marking for the center of your tabs. And now that you've done that, you can place tabs anywhere you want on a piece of paper. If you want to make equally spaced tabs for your planners or whatever, scrapbooks, whatever, you can do that now because you don't have to worry about the markings on this side of the board. I never use these markings. I always figure out where the center of a tab is on a paper, where I want to place it, and then I use this method for punching. I have one other video that I did that's a lot more detailed than this that actually shows you how to create evenly spaced divider tabs for whatever project you're working on. The one I did is actually for A5 planners, but the concept works for any size paper that you want to use. So I will link to that here so that you can see it. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and I hope that you will that this was helpful for you, and I hope that you would like and subscribe. Thank you.